Hello and welcome to another guided meditation from us here at the Hamblin Vision. My name is Mike Jenkins, and this week we are going to be exploring some of the qualities that can be found in unconditional acceptance, or spirit, we could call that, open-hearted awareness. And we're going to do that by just repeating some phrases as we explore what's happening within us right now. So take a few moments to get yourself comfortable. You may want to close your eyes, but you don't have to. You may like to lie down or switch off any distractions, and just take some dedicated time now for the next few minutes to simply rest in the open space of this moment. And just listening to present sounds, paying attention to sensations in the body, and try not to label anything as such, but simply notice that you are aware. Aware of the sound of my voice. Aware of your breath entering and leaving the body. And if there are any thoughts appearing in your mind, simply let them be, passing through like clouds across the sky. And just imagine within you, within them, perhaps the centre of you, in your torso perhaps, a door opening up, maybe like a trap door or some kind of just a space opening up in the centre of your being, releasing any tension and breathing into that. So it might not feel nice, there may be a sense of tension or unease. But that's okay, we're simply observing what is arising. And many of us at the moment are experiencing feelings of anxiety or uncertainty. There's certainly no shortage of things to be anxious about in the world. And in our own lives, there is often a sense of trepidation about the future, or regret, or feelings of pain about the past. But right now, we're simply witnessing what comes up. Just allowing ourselves to be the space for what is here. And whatever it is for you, and we all have our own unique experiences and our own unique sensations and memories, our own unique challenges, whether it's relationships or work, money, whether it's our health, whatever it is. For these next few moments we're simply witnessing that. Simply looking at it without trying to do anything with it. almost with a sense of curiosity. And then if you repeat these few phrases as we continue to sit with whatever is arising, and just notice if there's any change by the end of the meditation. There is a place in my heart that is willing to accept this. There is a place in my heart that is willing to accept this. So even if for you at the moment it's accepting discomfort or boredom or frustration, it doesn't matter what it is, and you might like to choose something that is troubling you. You might like to contemplate a situation or a relationship that is causing you distress or pain, or simply just work with and observe what's happening within you right now. There is a place in my heart that is willing to accept this. There is a place in my heart that is willing to accept this. And the next phrase, from acceptance we move to allowing. Pure, open, conscious awareness simply allows. It allows life to flow in whatever form it might be taking. So if we think of very young children, if they hurt themselves, stub their toe, or if they fall out with one of their friends, there's not usually much resistance to the emotion that comes with it, depending of course on conditioning and family dynamics, but most young children will not be afraid to feel upset or angry, to cry, to feel sad. It's only really once we become adults that we want to edit all of that and try to fit in with what we think other people want to see and hear. Pure open consciousness, just the space of life itself, allows all. There is a place in my heart that is willing to allow this. There is a place in my heart that is willing to allow this. And notice the distinction between acceptance and allowing. Acceptance is very much something that it's more personal, I think. We can accept something that previously we perhaps were in denial about or refused to acknowledge. Whereas allowing has a bit more of an expansive quality to it. When we allow things to happen, there's a bit more of a sense of surrender and open arms almost. Whereas accepting, I feel, is more on the level of perhaps personality or psychology. And then allowing seems to widen the arms of love to let things be as they are. There is a place in my heart that is willing to allow this. You may be working with a feeling or circumstances that you've been resisting, and that's quite normal for most of us when things are happening to us that hurt, that we don't want to be happening. It's counterintuitive to accept and allow them. We instinctively want to push them away. We instinctively want to negotiate with them, or we want to somehow not accept them. We just want to be free of them. Paradoxically, this place in our heart, this unconditional realm within all of us, is unthreatened by any experience. And so this final mantra, if you like, for this final phrase is, there is a place in my heart that is willing to love this. And that might feel difficult at first if you are experiencing or working with a feeling, an emotion, a situation that's causing great distress, anxiety, pain, sadness, grief. It might feel dangerous to love this situation or this experience. But remember, it's not necessarily you as an individual, but the place in your heart. You might like to think of that as God, or pure potentiality, or being. You might like to think of it as source energy, whatever works for you. That's what's able to love it, and that dimension is within all of us. There is a place in my heart that is willing to love this. And just allow yourself to feel whatever the feeling response is. And if there are thoughts in response to that, simply witness them. Simply be aware of them. There is a place in my heart that is willing to love this. And that love is the unconditional love of spirit, the unconditional love of Christ consciousness, of life itself, of this moment, of the now. And we can use these phrases anytime we are struggling with a seemingly impossible situation, or conditions or circumstances that just feel like they're pushing us to the brink. You can usually tell when that's happening when you are using phrases like, I just can't do it, or I just can't go on, or I can't believe this, I can't, anything with the word can't in it is usually an indication that we're approaching something that's very, very challenging for us. But there is a dimension within us that is completely unfazed by any human experience. And that dimension can love the things, the experiences, the past memories. It can give them love. So it's not love it isn't love in the sense of preference and approval. It's care and compassion and nurturing. It's a very healing love, the sort of love that will even put its arms around the most frightful, terrifying monster. There is a place in my heart that is willing to accept this. There is a place in my heart that is willing to allow this. And there is a place in my heart that is willing to love this.